one of the most dramatically conceived in world sport, part of a huge complex. It holds 75,000 people, but tonight I'd say round about 40,000. Don't be confused, by the way, by these colours. These are Bayern supporters, well, mixed in with the Aberdonians, because both official colours are red and white of both teams. I would say there's probably round about a couple of thousand Aberdeen supporters at the stadium tonight, and they've been making their presence felt in no uncertain manner, and indeed in a very tuneful manner, good-natured. And there is the recognition by two outstanding teams of the crowd who've turned up on a rather chilly night. I mean, looking down on even Alec Ferguson there and Archie Knox, who are right underneath us. That's a very good view of them from the camera on the track, but to us away up high, they look like miniature chess pieces. Gordon Strachan getting into the special sleeping bag from survival kit. And Strachan may yet play a part in this game, depending on the way the game is going. The German lineup is unchanged from Saturday. They have been playing impressively. At least recently they won by 5 clear goals in the Bundesliga game. That is Uli Hoeneß sitting down there, the general manager. You probably remember him from the days when he was one of the principal strikers in the German national squad. And Aberdeen, of course, will be playing in a change strip with Bayern in the red. Aberdeen fielding the team that beat Celtic 3-1 recently and saw an enormous roar. The quarter-final gets underway. And the ball is touched by two men who will play a vital role for Aberdeen, McLeish and Miller. Eric Black fencing there immediately. The Germans, I think, throughout the country were impressed by Hamburg this afternoon. We watched them on television decimating Dynamo Kiev in Russia. Very impressive performance. If Bayern play anything like that, then Aberdeen will find it very difficult tonight. Kennedy. Well, McGee trying one of his turns. I would have thought he was impeded there. The referee tonight is Emilio Carlos Guruqueta. This little player, Nachwey, East German, defected to the West 5 years ago. Rummenigge trying to get the turn, and he does, and Aberdeen are back very quickly in Leighton. Fully stretched. Well, I think all the Aberdeen hearts are pumping very quickly after that, but on the other hand, it's good to see a goalkeeper early in action in this atmosphere. Combining very well with Nachwey. They will obviously want to bring this man into the game a lot. That's a very poor ball, and it's careless ball there by McLeish. They can scarce afford to make mistakes in that area. Dremler coming forward, World Cup man. Del High. There's the pace that he has. Rugby's there, and so is Leighton. And surely Hoeneß going in there, tried to intimidate them, and came off worse. He actually looks older than Uli, his older brother. Well, this man getting a lot of the play. Kraus. Rummenigge. Willie Miller. Close beside him. Rummenigge, twice European Player of the Year. Peter Weir goes after it, and Aberdeen gets the throw. Black just kept in. Easily brought down by Horseman. Grober, the central defender. Aberdeen rightly channeling all the reserves back towards the middle of the field when the Germans get possession. And I'm quite sure that Aberdeen, when they play defensively, will use that area, that zone, halfway inside their own half. No use defending on the edge of your own box. Sometimes can be fatal. Well, that was a good ball by Breitner. Easily mopped up by William Miller. Miller again breaking. Superb ball. Weir. Run there by Bell. It's a very good run indeed. Bell's going in. He tries to flick it straight. The pass, I think, a bit too square. Cooper. Well, the goalkeeper not doing at all well. Well, I think the Germans most fortunate to get a very benign rebound there. I think either McGee or Bell not sharp enough to put that away. Loud roars of anticipation as Rummenigge went after that. Well, that is a glimpse of the Aberdeen support now. Little phalanx of them. You could probably hear the Aberdonians in the background. It's the biggest support I've ever seen in Europe outside of the Old Firm. Rummenigge. Del High. Tricky little winger. Rugby with them. März. Muller. Oh, brilliant tackle again. Neil Simpson, under 21 international, done with a lot of class. Black hesitated a bit with that. It's gone loose. Peter Weir, there's a shot and then brilliantly saved. Oh, I know how he feels. We can forgive him. Quite superb shot. For a moment, it looked as if the bounce might cause him his judgment. You can see it going up very high. He kept it down, and I'll tell you what, that was a truly magnificent save to prevent Aberdeen from going into the lead. I don't think any of the group of players knew where that ball had ended up. Almost 20 minutes gone, and a very sound performance by Aberdeen so far. Weir's come right across to the other side. Well done. Black is creeping in for that. Muller out first. And the player we haven't seen, and I don't want to tempt Providence, we haven't seen him yet, is Paul Breitner. And I hope it stays that way for the rest of the 90 minutes. Three defenders drifting out towards him. Well, the upshot of that is if you can get the ball past the three, there's some gaps inside. That's a brilliant play by Del High. Cooper goes back with them. There's Breitner. He wants the 1-2. Rummenigge. Oh, brilliantly brought down. That was going like a rocket from the foot of Nakbai. He hit it very well because defenders were converging on him. The beauty of it was he kept it low, and as it skimmed across, it made it very difficult. And Leighton looks good tonight.